Howdy, hey, hello, it's McKenna, and this is another episode of Munch and Mingle. I have got my guest just smiling ear to ear across the table from me, and I am so excited for you guys to meet her. I have got on the show today Miss Sharla Wilson.
That's me.
Sharla is a dear. She's a dear, but she's also a dear friend of mine, and this has been long coming, and you guys are going to hear some pretty great stories because she's been through a lot of them with me.
It's going to be a whirlwind.
Yes. So before we get going, just as always, let's start off with our munchie, which is, I only know of this because of Sharla. She introduced it to me, but Sharla, why don't you go ahead and you explain what we've got here?
Okay, we have our frozen hot cocoa, which we got it from Bahama Bucks, but it's basically a Ghirardelli hot cocoa mix. Like, they have a specific frozen hot cocoa mix.
That's right, because you had it at your house once.
I did. Yeah, I went through that tub quite quickly.
Wait, where did you get it?
Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I told myself I wasn't allowed to purchase that anymore because, well, we know why. So luckily I found it at Bahama Bucks and
It's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's basically just a chocolate shake,
I suppose.
but better than a chocolate shake.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it other than that.
It's a frozen hot chocolate.
Yep. That's about it as I'm sipping through it. Oh, good. So yes, if you have a Bahama Bucks,
Yes.
I've only ever heard of them in Provo.
Yeah.
But other than that, Amazon, Ghirardelli, frozen hot chocolate.
Yep. They have a specific mix, so make sure you
And is it just a powder?
Yeah.
And you put it in a blender?
Correct. With ice
Oh my gosh.
and milk. To make it creamy.
Okay, great. Alrighty. Well, Sharla, we've got a lot to discuss.
Yes.
We've got to figure out how in the world you and I became friends, because it's a great story. And we're just going to start, as we always do, from the beginning. I want everyone to get to know you and get ready, because you're going to love her as much as I do here soon.
Tender moments.
Yeah. Alrighty. Sharla, where are you from?
So I was actually born in California, but we moved up to Washington State in the Seattle area when I was about 3. So I grew up in Seattle.
Wait, where were you born in California?
Pomona.
We were both born in California, and I didn't know that until just this moment. Speaking of other things, we found out a lot, right, as we were going over the notes. I was like, I didn't even know that about you.
I'm not a sharer.
It wasn't that, but...
But I mean, we only lived there for 3 years. Like, I moved when I was 3 years old, so it's not like I remember a ton.
So mostly, though, Washington.
Yeah, so I claim Washington.
Okay.
Unless I do a funky stop, then I'm like, that's the Californian in me. Like, that. Definitely.
Those 3 years really dug deep. Okay. How many siblings are in your family, and where are you in the line?
So there's 4 of us total. I have an older brother, an older sister, and then there's me, and then a younger sister.
That's right. And when you were all doing your little grow up thing, this is where I found out something new about you.
Oh yeah, I'm hard of hearing.
Now, that is not what I knew that.
Oh.
The part I didn't know, I just thought
no.
I thought it was like, yeah, okay, you just got to speak a little bit louder, but it's not like I have to yell at you. The part I found out is you have hearing aids.
Oh yeah.
But you've never worn them around me.
True.
That's why you're like, yeah, I wear them to meetings. I was like, I have known you for how many years, and I didn't even know that you even had a hearing aid. And what were your first hearing aids? Who did you get them from?
Well, I don't know. The ones I'm wearing now are the ones you're thinking about. My first pair was like from 7th grade, and they had, because I was in 7th grade, and however old you are then, like, I got the sparkly molds.
That's so cute.
Yep. But when you're in 9th grade, it's not so cool. So I kind of stopped wearing them in like 9th or 10th grade.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I can't have just sparkles in my ears. Just started high school. So, but the ones I'm currently wearing are used to belong to my grandpa. After he died, I took his hearing aids.
Such a nice momentum,
you know,
from your grandpa.
That is
how I keep him close.
Remember. Yeah, that's how I remember him. I hear him all the time.
Okay, as you guys are gonna realize, when I get around Sharla, all I do is laugh. From the first moment I met her, I think I just laughed.
That's probably true.
That's the hard thing is, and I was talking about this on another podcast. Like, do I just laugh because I'm nervous? Maybe. But no, you're genuinely funny. And I can't wait to have a video podcast one day because we'll have you on more.
Heck yes.
Because you do these mannerisms and these faces that I'm like, that you just make everyone around you laugh. Oh. You light up a room.
I'm a little emotive.
No. It's so good. Okay, sorry. We're back in Washington. She's hard of hearing. Got it.
It's true.
What then moved you? So you moved from Washington to
Idaho. I went to school at BYU, Idaho, studied early childhood special education, did absolutely nothing with that. It's one of those things I found out a little later. I'm like, it turns out I don't want to do that. And I moved to Provo because I was the only person in Rexburg. Like for my family, my siblings were down here in Provo and my grandparents were here. So there was more people and you could make more money in Utah than you can in Idaho.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, so what were you doing then? You graduated, but you weren't doing your major.
No, so I got a random job at, I think it was called I Am Flash.
Oh.
And they made like nano chips, things like that. And basically I cleaned the clean rooms.
Oh.
And so you had to wear what they called a bunny suit, but just like you're covered head to toe and all like you're just like your eyes. And you literally just mop all day. You walk back and forth and you mop for 10 hours. And you can't listen to music because you have to be able to hear the radio in case there's a spill somewhere. And you're usually by yourself. And so you literally just walk back and forth around these rooms, cleaning an already clean room. But I breathed the cleanest air I have ever breathed. And it was nice. But your thoughts wander.
Yeah.
I was just like, what if we had square pupils? Do you think would we be able to see more because of the corners? Like your thoughts wander when you are alone for 10 hours like that.
Was it just like a white room?
No, so they had all this like machinery and tons of things like all over the place, and everyone's in these get-ups and they're doing techie things on the computer, and I'm just like, excuse me, gotta get this dust that's not here. So
I'm just thinking of you in this bunny suit with a mop.
It's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. So.
Oh my gosh, we're never gonna get through this episode because I'm just gonna laugh at everything.
But I was only there for.
That was in Rexburg.
No, that was out here. That's when I moved out here.
Okay, I need to go find this place. I did not. Hello. Can I specifically talk to your bunny mopper? That's who I want to talk to.
It was so hard. It was like a 4-day, 10-hour shift. And so you get like 3 days off and 4 days on. And it was just like exhausting.
Yeah.
And I hated it. But it was a job. And so I had other friends that suggested, they were like, oh, come work here. And so I started working there. And then and I moved up in that company, and then they weren't doing as well as they thought like they were planning on doing, so they had to let go a bunch of people, and I got caught in that.
Dang it.
I know. It was something.
Moppers are the first to go.
So, but then I had another job a week later, and working at the warehouse for a clothing company. And they were the worst company. They were the worst owners, just the worst people.
Yeah.
And I was looking for something while I was there.
Yeah.
And they were terrible people. People would leave at lunch and not come back because everybody hated working there.
Yeah.
So they were just awful. And
are they still in business?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are. So
Ooh, I got the tea.
I actually ran into an old coworker the other day, and we were just talking about like how toxic that place was and how awful. But it's like we met some really great people there, like among us workers, and
Right.
so it was great. So I left that. Actually, they fired me a week and a half before Christmas.
Shoot. Okay, well that's low.
Is it right?
That's pretty
That's
bad.
what I'm saying. I'm like, who the heck is going to hire someone a week and a half before Christmas?
Yeah.
Like everything's done, and that's rude. So, but the next day I had an interview with my previous company that I was just recently at, Oil Life.
Yep.
And
You were there for a while.
I was there for 4 years.
Wow.
So
What year was that when you got in? Sorry.
like
4 years ago.
basically 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. Duh. Because you were, yes, sorry.
Yeah. So 2016?
Yeah.
4, 5,
Yep,
6. Yeah. 20, so I think it was 2016.
I don't know why I asked a math question for us.
I don't know. We went over years before this, and this was not included.
I'm just trying to think. I'm like, when did you? Because that's how I met you. Yeah, you were at Oil Life when I met you.
Yeah. And that was a great company. I loved working there. They were great. It was a small company, so I had my hands in a lot of things, and they taught me a lot. And it's like that position led me to where I am now. But I also wouldn't have gotten the job at Oil Life if I hadn't been at that terrible place.
Yeah.
And like had that experience and that they had taught me, helped me get the job at Oil Life, which then helped me get the job where I currently work. Yeah. So it all works together. You go through some crap to get to the clean.
I think I just saw a quote of that today. It's like, you're going to get there. It doesn't matter which path, but it'll get you there. But
yeah,
I think that's the best thing to say because I have only been fired once in my life. Also, not a great company, but it was like, I thought I was done. I was like, I can't get back, but it was totally needed to happen.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Wow.
And it was hard, but it was supposed to, so.
And now where you are, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get to the fun part.
Okay.
How did we meet? Okay, so first off, you were, we met at YSA.
True.
Our young single adult ward.
Absolutely.
What was our ward number? You think 126?
262?
Yep. You think I
think it was 262.
Yep. Because that's how many YSA wards are in Provo. And we had 2 churches in our parking lot, so it really got very confusing. So before you came to, weren't you going to a Samoan ward?
I was going to a Polynesian ward.
Yeah.
And then I felt like I needed to leave that. I felt like I needed to go there at one point, and I was there for I think like 3 years, and it was awesome. Mm-hmm. The Polynesian culture is like amazing, and their spirit is so strong. Like I was so happy there, but there was something. It was just like, okay, you need to go somewhere else, but I didn't know where that was, and so I was trying to go to the YSA where my apartment was. And I couldn't, like, everyone was so nice, and I just couldn't get involved. Like, I tried to go to choir. There was something that I just wasn't in it. And I'm like, okay, you just need to try harder. And then my grandpa died, and I moved into his house for a while while my aunts and uncles were working out all the things.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, but I'm still going to go to the ward where my apartment is because I need to like give it full effort. I need to really try. And there was one morning I was getting ready and I wasn't going to make it in time to that ward. So I was like, well, I'll just go to the one that this is in. Mm-hmm. And I remember walking in the building and you were there, right at the door, entered, and because you were like, well, where do you live? And like, come on in. And this is the right ward. Seriously. And I was like, oh, okay. And I like sat down, but you just like, you were right there. And then you were right there with me afterwards. And you were like, okay, go to this person. And like you had me like moving my records in right there.
Oh,
like,
I did. Because it was Larson. So I was like,
Larson.
Yep. I know exactly who you need to go talk to.
So I talked to him for a while and we moved my records in. Like it was just boom, boom, boom. And my records were moved in that day. Like all and I was like, okay, I guess I'm not going to the other ward.
I was on the Lord's errand at this point. But really, it was you who were going to be the ultimate blessing for me. So, little backstory. Okay. I was Relief Society president. So, because Britain was on his mission and Bishop Brott, which I just said, we're going to get Bishop Brott on here.
You have to.
An amazing, like, just he is just an amazing bishop.
Yeah.
Like,
he's everyone's dad.
Yes. Love the man. So, when he called me, Britain had gone and I was like, okay, I've got nothing else to do but throw my whole heart and soul into this calling. And I had been in the presidency with Tatiana. And so I was like, okay. And maybe I did come on a little strong.
I had 1 foot in the foyer where you were right there.
And I really, to anyone out there listening who was in the YSC ward, I was a little too committed.
But it was like exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
To like feel like, because I mean it happened all so quickly, but it was like it was just supposed to happen, you know? Like I had been so lost and confused because I was like, I went to the to the Polynesian War for so long and I knew I was supposed to be there. And then I knew that I wasn't supposed to be there. But I didn't know where I was supposed to be. And that was really difficult for me and really confusing. And so when it just happened so fast, it was like, look, answers.
Thank you for looking at it that way. That is the truth. I knew everyone. That was because here's what I would do. This is how committed I was. Every Sunday night, I'd go home because I had the app, the LDS Tools app. And because you're Relief Society president, you could see everything. I would go every Sunday night and be like, whose records just got moved in? I would start memorizing. And so what I would do is every time a new record would come in, I would message the girl that night and say, what are you doing this week? Can I take you to lunch? Can I take you to breakfast?
That's so impressive.
Again, I think I was doing anything I could to keep my mind off missing Britain. Obviously, I was going to miss him all the time. But I was just, I knew I would spiral. So I was like, I have got to make sure I'm doing something else. And so, yeah, I became very familiar with all the girls. So that would make sense. Like, because I knew everyone, you stuck out to me because I was like, I don't know her. And so sure enough, that night I must have made a date with you because then we were showing up in Neaters together. Yeah. And I remember it must have been that Saturday because that would make sense because I felt like that became a thing for us. You came into Neaters and you were wearing this cute black sundress or was it a romper? It was one of the two with little flowers.
Oh, that's cute.
I really remember that.
Oh, tender moment.
And I was just, this was the normal thing. Is obviously the biggest thing I always said is I wanted to be a Relief Society president that I wish I would have had. No, and Tatiana was a great Relief Society president. This ward was just amazing. But anything outside of that ward I had not received yet. I never really knew my Relief Society presidents. They were always busy. So that's why I was like, well, I have this time, like I am going to know every single sister and they're going to know me. I want them to know that they can call me. I would add everyone's number to my like personal contacts list.
Wow.
So this was totally normal. Like I had been in it a couple months now. So when you came in, I was like, yep, we're just going to go meet Sharla. I want to get to know her, which truly was genuine. But then it was that I was like, holy Hannah, I get along with this girl so much. It was right off the bat, just like this.
It was just easy.
Mm-hmm. And so there was a situation that had happened that my current second counselor was moving, so she needed to be released. And I had been sitting there, honestly, I was like, okay, like I know everyone. Who should I have to come replace her? It was literally that day I was like, I want Sharla. And we had just met the one time, but we went to church the next day and I told Bishop, I want Sharla. And that was it. And I think that was the next time you heard about me was you getting extended the call.
I was like, I have literally been in this ward for like a week, 2 weeks at the most. And they want me to be in the Relief Society presidency?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I knew I could feel it. I could feel it. So yeah, it was totally great. So from there, we were just, it was so great. So I had one of the questions because this is really how we became so close was in Relief Society. And I wanted you to just to describe some moments that we had together through this time. Because that was about, what was that, 28? It was about a year. Was it? Maybe a little under a year. We said you came in around September, October
October of 2017.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But Britain
didn't come home until 2019. Yeah. So we had like a whole year.
Oh, I thought it was way shorter than that. I thought it was the February. He didn't come home in 2018? You guys got married in 2019.
That's the funny part. He came home in February.
We got that's right.
April. Yeah. So
splendid. It was a year.
That does sound different though, because we only had one Christmas together.
So
Are you sure it wasn't 2018 that you came into the Word?
It's highly possible.
I think it was 2018.
Do I have to remember every year?
I know we're going. Let's just say 2018. Sorry. So it was a little more than half a year.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go. So from right there, we just hit the ground running.
Yep.
I got along with you very, very well. Shuffle was my first counselor. Easy to get along with. Alicia was my secretary. Easy to get along with. We just became a powerhouse. Sorry, we did. I loved my Relief Society presidency. It was, and that's what we were talking about this before, is when I had Shuffle as my first counselor, Shuffle and I, at this point, we were going on 4 years of being roommates. So she knew me, and I was like, I need someone in the presidency who knows me outside of Relief Society. And so for my second counselor, I was like, I need someone who doesn't know me, but who I can like bounce off ideas with. Like Shuffle was there just to keep me grounded. My second counselor was there to be like, okay, let's do this and let's get excited. Enter Sharla, stage left. And that's really what you were. Like,
I felt a little bit like a puppet, but it's
no, you didn't. Stop it. I was over at your house all the time.
Yeah. But mostly in the morning.
Yeah, we are very
you were
morning
very
people.
much like a gym. I wasn't at the time. You were.
Mm-hmm.
You were like work out at 2:30 in the morning.
No,
and I don't know.
It was usually I would get up at 6, go work out, and then I'd be like, "Hey, Charlotte, it's 7:38. Are you up? I'm coming over." It was just normal.
Yep.
Yeah. So that became our routine. Some things that we loved doing that became our favorite routine was frozen hot chocolates and
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
Oh yes,
that was our thing.
We loved Monday.
But
nights.
we had to watch it on Hulu, so we had to watch it the day later.
That's true.
So we were like, no one can for the next 24 hours. Yes. Don't look at any spoilers.
Social media. Don't look at any memes.
Yes.
Just avoid it all until Tuesday night. Yep.
Were you just like, be honest? Was I just a little too crazy?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what a little too crazy is because I can generally match whoever I'm with. So if like people are chill and low, I can be chill and low. And if people are high energy for a while, I could be high energy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you would leave and then I would be like, well, okay, now I'm ready to be alone for an hour. But because I can generally match you. Yeah. So I'm cool with it all.
You were.
As long as I get my recoup time, yeah. So, and I obviously I wouldn't keep talking to you if I didn't like you.
Thanks. So. You did a lot of game nights.
I did,
and so you were living in your grandpa's townhome.
Yes,
it was a nice townhome. You had it all to yourself.
I did. It was quite a great setup, and I was grateful for that. It was nice to have that, and I think it really helped me be more social and be like, I had a nice place that people could come over and I could, provide for cook them dinner and have games and we could do movies and, things. So it was a delight. Were you doing that stuff necessarily before you came into the ward? No, not at all. Not at all. I would show up to other people's things, but I wouldn't host. That's so crazy. Yeah. 'Cause to me, I'm like, she is the most social butterfly. Heavens no. I guess a lot of people just said, hey, we're going to do game nights. Oh, and we're going to do it at Sharla's. Just because you had the most open place. It was basically people would invite people over to my place. And I was cool with it. So it was nice. It was fun, and it was very helpful for me at that time.
Yeah. Man.
Now I'm a grouch, and I'm like, everybody go away. I know.
This is why, like, this is what we're saying is there is, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? There's timing to everything, but that's why, like, we were talking about this before, how just time changes. But in that little, whatever, if it was more than a year and a half or whatnot, like, you were a huge blessing to me in that moment.
Tender.
Really, though, because that was such a hard time in my life. And then getting this responsibility, but like, you were such a great support. Like I said, the whole presidency was, but that's how I knew you truly were an answer to my prayer, an answer to everything I was going through, and you still have been through our life, through my kids' life, Britton knows you, loves you. You are just a part of our family.
Yeah. And it's the other way as well. I'm just me, but it was definitely you, from that moment, it was like, that's where I needed to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I had been looking for and trying to figure out where I needed to be.
And you guys, the whole ward gravitated towards her. I was getting jealous at some point because I was like, she's my best friend. I obviously I have a lot of best friends, but I was like, no, she's my counselor. You guys don't get to go take her. She's mine. I remember we went to a family home evening once, and like, I got there early. You had gotten there late, and we were sitting at tables, and they would get filled up. So you had to go sit at another table, and everyone went to your table. And I was like, that's my best friend, and I can't even go sit by her because everyone else is sitting by her. It's still very hard in my heart.
I had no idea.
Yes.
I was like, oh, the people.
Yeah. That's the thing about you, Sharla. Like, whether, I don't think, obviously, you realize that, but you do gravitate people towards you. It's a great skill. I don't even think it's a skill because it's just you. That's who you are. That's
kind.
So, anyway, this is just to kind of paint the picture. Lastly, before we do have to explain a funny Christmas.
Yeah. So McKenna's a little bit of a dancer.
Okay, hold on. No, I'm very amateur. The whole reason this came up was because of Bishop Rob.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I don't think I knew. All I knew is that it was at this point, and I said before, it was just kind of like, what did you sign us up for this time? And I don't know, but it was like, we're going to do a dance at Christmas. We're going to do a Relief Society and Elders Quorum Presidency dance at Christmas. And I was like, no, we are not. and I was like, well, I can be a tree in the back. Me and Shuffle were both
oh my gosh,
trying to campaign to be trees in the back. I'm like, I will put a star on my head. I will wrap myself in lights if I do not have to move. And no, spoiler alert, we did the dance.
Yep. So basically, we were in ward council, ward council. If you've been to it, you know it. You love it. It happens. But I was making a joke because ward council meetings early in the AM are not very lively. So here comes McKenna trying to liven the mood up. And they were saying like, well, we have the ward Christmas program. Should we do a talent show? What should we do? And I just started making jokes like, no, actually, Relief Society and Elders Quorum are going to go and put on a musical program. And he legit looked at me and was like, go. And I was like, wait, what? And I remember the Elders Quorum president was like, are you freaking kidding me? Because it was like, yep, we're doing it now. If Bishop Rott tells me, we'll go it.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, but here's the thing. I didn't tell
Ask
Shuffle. The first person I went to was you. Because I was like, if I can get Sharla on board, everyone will follow. And that's exactly what we did.
It did happen. Didn't you have to promise the Elders Quorum presidency that we would go to their basketball game or something and cheer them on?
Yeah. They play against the bishopric and they're like, well, you have to come cheer us on because the bishopric's really good. So we did. Yeah. I was like, okay, we've got to do this. But I even think one of the Elders Quorum, it was Larson. He's like, I'm going to be out of town. Totally on purpose. So we pulled Parker in.
Yes.
Who's Sunday school? Was he Sunday school something? No, that was Tanner.
No, I think Parker was in there. I think we pulled Stuart in. Stuart was not in the presidency.
That's right. Okay.
Parker
anyway,
was.
We had to pull someone in. But Yeah, I would like to say it is the best show I've ever put together.
Well, okay. But you have to you have to know how it got put together. So it was like, so as you know, McKenna comes over early. So I get a call at like 7 a.m. on a Friday morning. And she's like, are you awake? I'm coming over. So I go downstairs, let her in. I am still in my muumuu, okay? I am in my blue floral muumuu. Trying to wake up, and you come in, and I sit on a chair, and you're like, I have the best idea for this dance. I've got it all worked out. And she performs the dance for me. And then she's like, oh, and then we'll have finger lights here, and then there will be snow blowers, and then at this point there's this and this, and I was like, this is a nightmare. I don't like, and she's doing all these moves that like, okay, and they're like very with the times, and it's like stanky leg, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can't. She's like, let's giddy up, or like, I don't even know what these dances were, but they were very popular at the time, and I recognized them, but there is no way I can do them. I'm just sitting there wide-eyed while you're doing this, like, oh my gosh. Just kind of like, okay, you're gonna have to change like everything. If you want anyone to do this.
Oh my gosh.
Bring it down to a sidestep level. Like
we're going to do a grapevine and that's about it. No, it was so great. So, I mean, the video is out there on Facebook. I watch it back now and I'm like, I could have added in more. Or I could have done that. But
I'm like, I can't believe we did that.
There was in fact snow blowers.
There were
leaf blowers.
That's true. Leaf blowers. Leaf blowers and confetti. We had finger lights.
Yes.
We had lights went out.
Oh my gosh. It's so great. So I just wish we would have had a camera. So we had the camera for the performance. Gosh. But I wish to this day we would have had a camera in the back.
Same.
When we were getting wrapped up. So we came out. There wasn't even a stage. There was no stage. We just came out.
Onto the gym.
And we had wrapped ourselves in wrapping paper.
Correct.
So we had to open up to Mariah Carey, of course. And we had to
who was wrapped up first? I was wrapped up first, so no one knew like how to wrap, and so I'm just standing there and everyone's taking forever to wrap themselves up. But it literally was
because we were
best.
laughing so hard because you were the first, and I'm like, this looks so dumb, but it's gonna be so great. That was I just remember like full on laughing, heaved over, and then they had to come wrap me up, and I couldn't stay still because I was laughing so hard. So then we're all wrapped up. And we're like, I have no idea. So I just had, and because I'm the planner, I'm telling the person, okay, when you take us out there, you just got to line us up. I have no idea how we looked. We actually looked great. They lined us up. And I
just had to shuffle because you couldn't see anything. And so we're just being like, moseyed on out there, you know, because we're waddling.
And I just had to hope that everyone hit the beat and bumped out of theirs. And we did.
It's true.
So then, yeah, it was great.
Practiced in my basement.
That was the other thing. We had a lot of practices at your townhome. Thank you to my Relief Society and Elders Quorum presidencies because I think it was great.
It was something to be had.
Yeah.
It's true. Everyone loved it.
Thank you.
Everyone loved it.
It's great. So that was the last time that you said you would ever perform and dance with me.
It's true. I said this one time only.
And then she got asked to be a bridesmaid for my wedding, and we did.
Which I was like so grateful. I was like, oh my gosh, you've known me for like 5 seconds and you want me to be a bridesmaid? And then I found out you had like 35. And
it was only 15.
Okay, yeah.
I have a lot of special people in my life.
I'm just kidding. I think it's great. Yeah. And then you told me about the flash dance, the bridesmaid dance, and I was like, are you kidding? But I let us practice at my house again.
We did all the practices. I still have the Polaroid picture of us all in your front yard.
Tender moments.
Yep. So as you guys see, sorry, this is just all memory lane for us.
Yes.
Because you were there, you totally, that was great times. Great times. I just want you guys to know, Sharla, she puts on a front, but she's always down to clown. That's basically it. That's why I love her. That's why I'm just so grateful. So, okay. So, sorry, the bridesmaid dance happened later on, but there came a point that Britton was coming home.
Yep.
And Bishop had told me, McKenna, because he was very aware of my relation with Britain. That's how but
Your relationship with Britain, yes.
so he even said, when Brit comes home, we'll release you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was working up towards. That's why I think I gave so much, because I knew come February, like I'm gone. I'm done. And so he would say, okay, McKenna, I need you to just start thinking, just start praying about it. Who do you think? And I saw you all the time. So I was just telling you, yeah, Bishop Rott wants me to just start thinking, which then came from you.
And I said, don't you dare call me. Do not put my name in the hat. I will say no. I do not want to do it. Don't you dare.
And of course it was just a joke, but we talked about this before. I would joke with you and stuff. But honestly, like when I would go and I would seriously sit and ponder, I'm like, okay, I will honestly, I knew I'm not going to just mess around with this. Legit. Dear Heavenly Father, okay, who are we thinking? What do you think? I mean, I know everyone. What are we thinking? Sharla. Ugh. Without it, like, could not, it just was right there. And I'm like, okay, Heavenly Father, haha, I know. It's because she said she doesn't want to be. And I'm just, my mind's thinking that. But okay, let's get real. Sharla. That's it. That's all I got. And I just was like, I mean, it's not going to matter who I say. It's Bishop's call. Legit, when I went to go talk to him, he's like, well, I've only been thinking of one person. And I was like, really? Me too. And sure enough, it was you.
Yeah, it was. It was. And I actually knew in December. I had promptings in December. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was against it. And that's why I was like so hard on you. I'm like, don't you dare put me in the ring. Like, I was scared of it. I said, no, I don't want to. That worked well.
Yep. So I had that meeting with Bishop, and then I called you.
He did have to ask me twice.
He did?
Yeah. I said I didn't answer the first time in that meet. Like he didn't. He asked me if I would do it, and I was silent. I didn't say a thing. And then he just like kept talking, and then he later asked me again in the same meeting. So he had to ask me twice before I said yes.
Oh man.
And then I got out and I was like, McKenna.
I'm just over there smiling. I'm going to go get married, but you have fun. No, and I remember when I got released, and I was so excited though, when I was like, okay. And seriously, that word needed you for that time. They really did.
It was so hard to like accept that in a way. Because I was not you at all. Like, in no way. I can use your energy and do that, but when it's just me and like I'm in charge, I'm like, no one needs anything, right? We're all okay. You can't just go to each other. Like,
let's utilize each other.
Like, I am not you. I cannot put myself out there to like call everybody every week and do like that. Like, I cannot do that. And so I was really, really worried. I was like, I can't be McKenna in this. And it took me a little while to be like, okay, I'm not supposed to be McKenna in this. Right. I still won't say I was great, because the clerical stuff, not my thing. I never got the ministering fully set up.
I think that changed every week. I was in a YSA ward. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I never fully got it set up. The reports. Apparently there were reports we had to turn in.
And that was all new. That was all coming out too, because it started new with me. So it was still trying to find its
like
thing.
Who showed up and who hasn't. It's like all these things, and like never did any of that. Like, I barely scraped by. But what I made sure, like my main thing in being Relief Society president, was making sure that all the girls knew that they were loved.
Yep.
It's like by me, but especially by their Heavenly Father.
Yep.
And that was, I'm like, if I can't do any of the other stuff, but I can sure as heck tell these girls that I love them. Yeah. Because I do. And it is like this immediate, just like weird feeling when you get set apart, where you're just like, I love all of these girls. And they are so important and so special. And so I made it my mission while I was Relief Society president to tell them that they were loved, and to be like, Heavenly Father loves you. Like, you have a supreme being, you know, the ruler of all, like everyone. He loves everyone, but he especially loves you. Like he does things for you. And that's pretty freaking cool. Like, so, and I'm like, and he shows you often. Like I tell people all the time to look for these little ways that Heavenly Father shows you that he loves you, because it could be as simple as catching all the green lights on the way to work when you're running late. Like it could be as simple as that. Or it could be, you know, even more complex of like saving your life, or, you know, like just, or like a special prompting. And like, there are so many simple things that I feel like we look over that to me are examples of Heavenly Father showing me that he loves me. And so I want other people to see that too, because I feel like when you feel something like so deeply and so intensely and that makes you so happy, like you want everyone else. Like when you find something you love, you want to share it with everyone else, right? You know, you find, oh, I found these shoes that I love. You need to get these shoes, or you need to try this recipe. And it's like, hey, I found a great ruler who loves me and he loves you too. You should find him. Like, you know, just like remember that. And I feel like people don't understand enough that Heavenly Father loves them. Yeah. And how special that is. Yeah. So I tried to make that a thing while I was Relief Society president.
And that's the only sad thing is I was like, I left. And that was a hard thing. I mean, I saw you every day, pretty much. And it was so hard to be like, I mean, I was so happy to get married, but that our relationship, everything that was in that word, that was the other thing. And I don't know how this felt to you. I mean, not only were you getting this crazy new calling, kind of like our crew, not even just our crew, but a lot of the word, it just happened all at the same time we all left. Whether it was moving, getting married, so much happened in that one time. So like it became a new ward.
It did. It aged down significantly. And so here I am, like 28 to 29 years old. And we have a bunch of like 18-year-olds coming into the ward. And I'm like, I don't know how to connect with you. You don't know what this is. I don't know how to, like, you know.
You just left home last week. Got it.
Do you know what a floppy disk is? You know, like, I had to save reports on those things. And so it's just like, it was really hard for me to connect with them in a lot of ways, like the way that you and I connected. It was just like so easy. And I couldn't connect with them that way. And, but it was really nice that they had each other. So I'm like, hey, I don't like any of the things that you like. I can't, you know, connect with you in that way, but hey, Heavenly Father loves you. Yeah. Like that was the core thing that I knew that I feel like a lot of people were missing. And so I could connect with them on that, and I could tell them that, and I could say, hey, I see you. Heavenly Father loves you. Yeah. Hey, I see you. I love you. And so I made a point to say at every Relief Society at the end of the meeting, you know, that was, hopefully people felt that.
I know they did. You created that. And I think that's so huge, especially like you said, if it is younger girls, they needed to know that. If it's their first experience in a YSA ward, we all know how it feels. Like going into one where you're like, okay, no one knows me. No one is going to notice if I'm here next week or not.
It's scary. Yeah.
So that's a lot to carry. And I think you did it great. So
we survived.
Going on from there, so life kind of stayed the same, but I wanted you to talk about kind of what then happened down the road after.
Yeah. So this was probably like when I was back in college or something. My dad called us at one point and brought up the fact that he had cancer. They had found some in his colon, and at that point they cut it out. You know, he went in surgery, they cut it out, and he was declared cancer-free. And then, which I found out from my grandparents, not my father. Oh. I know. I was like, Dad, you kind of, like, that's something you could tell us. Like, you know, because my grandparents were like, oh, isn't that great about your dad? And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, they're just cancer-free. I'm like, Dad, tell me these things. Yeah. And so he called me the next day. He's like, I'm going to the dentist. And I was like, okay, you don't have to tell me everything, but like...
That's where you get your sense of humor from.
So, and then it was probably 6 years later, I guess, somewhere around there. I don't remember the times exactly, but it was several years later that he went in for a checkup or something, and they found that the cancer had spread into his body, the innards. It was kind of sprinkled all over, and so he started chemo, and it was really bad in his liver. At one point, he had 70% of his liver removed, and nothing was really helping. He did chemo, and some radiation because they found some spots in his brain and like all these things. And it was really hard to be because they still lived in Washington. My parents still lived in Washington State at that point. And so it was really difficult to be so far away and like not be able to help with any of these things and be around, after he had surgery and things like that. But my home ward is awesome and so great and took great care of him. And as it kind of got to the point where he wasn't getting much better, we moved my parents out here to Utah. And this was probably, I think it was September of 2019 that we moved my parents out here. And so I got released from being Relief Society president. I want to say it was like August or September of that year, because they knew kind of what was going on, and they were like, do we need to release you? And I was like, I don't know. I've never asked to be released from a calling. And then like my head, like you ride it out until the end. And so Bishop kind of made that decision. He's like, I think we need to release you, and I think you need to, spend time, like focus on your family. So I was grateful for that. But so we moved my parents out here, and it was mainly because like my dad, we knew that he was eventually going to die, and he didn't want my mom to be alone up in Washington. He wanted, we have like my sisters are down here, and we're all in the same area. So he wanted her to be around us, and it was, and he wanted to be around us, with whatever time he had left. And so we moved them out here, and we had some great times. They came out in the end of September. They lived with me at my grandpa's place for a little while before they found their house. And it was a very interesting experience. But they found a great house and moved there, and we had like a really, really great Christmas, and like everybody was there for Christmas. His mom came. She's the only grandparent that I have left. Wow. And so she came down, and we just had everybody at Christmas, and it was a great thing. And it was so fun to have them around here and like see my parents more frequently and just do things with them. And then I think it was in January that, I think it was January 2020, where my parents told us that they decided to stop chemo because it wasn't really doing anything. And so my dad just kind of wanted to live out the rest of his life without the pain of chemo, because chemo is a very painful thing. Like in general, he didn't have a lot of pain. He wasn't taking very strong prescriptions. It was like on his worst days, he would take like an extra strength Advil. Wow. Like it was a huge blessing in that way. But I think chemo is a very painful and makes you feel very sick. And so he hated feeling like that, like every other week. And so since it wasn't doing anything, that's what he decided to just kind of ride it out. And so we did a family trip to Disneyland just a couple weeks before it closed from COVID. So, and that was super fun. We had a great time. And then we came back. One of my favorite memories is I got a Valentine's date with my dad. Yeah. And that was, oh my gosh. It was just the best. And it was just it was like we went and got ice cream, and then we went to Lowe's. And my dad was like a tool guy, and so we went to Lowe's, and they were trying to find hardware for their cabinets and drawers and stuff. And so we went around and just were testing out all the knobs and handles and things that they had, you know, feeling them. It's like, oh, this one's really easy to get your fingers around. Like, it was just something that was definitely my dad. And it was like, we did that, and we picked up plants and pots for my mom, and just, it was just, he sang to oldies, and it was just like the best date. It was the best date. So, yeah.
And from that point, so that was February.
Correct.
So did it initially like start going downhill fast?
It kind of like mid-March, I want to say, he had started to lose the feeling and use of his left side, I believe, including like his face kind of started to droop a little bit. And so from there, that went on for a little bit, but then it was, he also had a lot of back pain, so he got like stuck upstairs for a couple of weeks. I want to say like a week and a half, because he couldn't get back downstairs. Like, he was just basically stuck in bed. And I would say after Easter is when it really went down. He really wasn't eating very much, and he was sleeping a lot, and it was becoming more and more incoherent, and it was very difficult to watch.
How did you start coping at this point as you're like starting to watch? I mean, not only like February, you're going on these dates, but you know, okay, time's limited, but then when it did start changing, what are you doing through all this? How are you coping through that?
Well, I go back and forth all the time, kind of thinking like, is this, you know, with death and things like that, is it like, am I glad that I knew beforehand, you know, that he was going to die, or like, would I had rather it been some freak accident, quick thing? But because it was really hard to watch him deteriorate, and like become less and less himself. But it was also like, it made me appreciate all these moments more. And I just don't know what's better, you know? I mean, none of it's good.
Double-edged sword, yeah.
But I think in the end, so like really, I don't know how or if I coped. It was kind of just like keeping yourself busy and like making sure he's okay, making sure my mom's okay, and, you know, doing what I can around the house. Hey, can I take out the trash? Hey, what do you need? Like, you know, just being a part of it. And this also was like right when COVID was becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And I was still going to work, and it was when you had like a 2-week quarantine, back when there was a 2-week quarantine. And so I went into my boss one day, and I was like, you know, every day that I come to work is a day that I can't go see my dad. And so they were super, super wonderful and gave me the opportunity to work from home. And so during that 2-week quarantine, like my parents came and we did the whole sidewalk talk. I would stand on the sidewalk, they were sitting in the car and chatting with them. And there was a time like I went and took the dogs on a walk. So they just like put them on their leashes and sent them out the door to me. And that was, I brought them back, and my dad was like, Sharla, just come in. And I was like, Dad, no, there's still a couple of days, you know, just before the 2 weeks. And he's like, I want to see you, come inside. And so my mom had to walk through a cloud of Lysol to go in there. And I still didn't, I was still, you know, a distance from him, because at that point everything's new and it's scary and it's all that. And, you know, and he's obviously compromised.
Yeah.
And so it was hard, but I'm grateful that I did get to work from, because it's like, as soon as those 2 weeks were up, like I was over there all the time, and it was, it was, there were some really, really hard moments, and some moments of acceptance from my dad that like, or seeing him kind of like accept things. But it was also really hard for him, you know, it's like where he was trying to, you know, seeing that he couldn't do these things anymore. And he was starting to kind of realize it, that he would have to ask for help and have to do this. Then he would cry, and it's so hard to see your dad cry.
Yeah.
Especially like he's a tender-hearted fella. And so he would like cry when we would sing, or, you know, cry, like do all these things. And so it was hard to watch, but he just got kind of worse and worse. I would say the last week he got even worse, where he just really wasn't awake a lot, and even it was just kind of making him eat and drink and just talking with him, and there was a lot of like trying to understand what he said, or there was just a lot of moans and like grunts and trying to understand, and it was very difficult.
Yeah.
But it was really nice having like family around, and we were able to enjoy some of these moments together and like sit and laugh with him. And my niece was 2 at the time, I think, and they would come over all the time and see him, and she loved my dad. Loved my dad. And usually kids are a little bit scared of him, but she loved him. And she would just go around, she'd say, "Papa's so tired. Papa's so sick. Papa's so tired." And it was true. It was true. So like the last week of his life, he just went downhill even more. And every moment became more and more special. Like I was living at the house at that time. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. And because just we didn't know, there were like so many nights where we thought this was going to be the last night. This was going to be the last time, you know. It's like, because he wasn't breathing really well. And so we just like, and he would like stop breathing for a little bit. And so we were just like, okay, was that it? Was that it?
Yeah.
And then he would, and we were like, oh my gosh. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying. But we had some really special moments of, you know, like singing to him, and moments as a family, and just like telling him how much we loved him. And it was hard, but it was good. And he died on April 16th in 2020.
Wow.
So it sucked.
I'm so sorry.
But I'm grateful for all the time that I had with him.
Yeah.
And the knowledge that I have of eternal families and stuff, and that he had that same knowledge, and that helped me through a lot of things. And because we knew that he was dying, you know, we've had several conversations over the years of kind of the afterlife, and we're like, we don't know what it's going to be like, and all these things. And he's like, I don't know exactly what I'll be doing, but like if I can, I'm going to come and visit you guys and, you know, be around and as often as I can. And I was like, great, you know, just no slamming doors or like windows. I was like, I don't want that. I will leave a bell out or something so that you can tell me when you are here. But if you start slamming windows, I do not want you around. Because he would do that.
Yeah.
So, but his faith throughout the whole thing was very comforting.
Wow.
As well. And something that was actually super helpful for me was something he told me one time, where he was like, I don't feel like my time is being cut short. It's like, I feel like I've lived it, like this is all the time I was given. And that was really, really helpful to know. It's like, it sucks to lose him so early, you know, like, but that's when he was supposed to leave. And that was really helpful.
Yeah.
Really, really helpful.
Oh my goodness. What do you, in that moment, and just now going through it, what do you feel is like the best thing that you can receive from others when you're in a place like that? Because I know, like for me, I had the hardest time trying to be like, okay, I need to reach out to Sharla, but I don't know what to do. Exactly. Am I going to make it worse? What can I do in that moment? So
yeah. And that's it's so different for everyone.
Right.
Like I almost didn't know what I needed, you know? It's just kind of like, well, because even like the morning that he died, they come and take in his body and all that stuff. And we were all just like, okay, well, now what? I was like, do I I have work to do. Like, should I, like, it's just kind
right.
of like, what's next? You know,
yeah.
like what do you do? You know, because we've cried and cried. We're waiting for this moment and it's finally happened. Like, what do you do? So I was like, well, okay. Like, and I don't know what to ask people because I didn't know what I needed. And I think like I don't even know. I don't. I found that what I wanted to do was tell people about him.
Yeah.
I was just wanted people to ask about him. I'm like, he was so like, it was so hard to talk about him, but I'm like, he was a freaking awesome person.
Yeah.
And like, I love him so much. And I don't want people to forget him. I want people to know that how awesome he is and how special he was. And I want to tell people about him, but then I like feel bad because it's also like he just died. And so it's weird for me to like tell people about him because I don't know. It just seems like it would be weird from the other side, you know, like, because you don't know how to act. And, but I did get to the point, people's prayers was a huge thing. Like praying for them is like, I could feel, like physically feel the love from everybody and feel the prayers from everybody. Like, and it was so comforting. And like, I wish that I could feel that again, you know, where it's like, there's just extra people praying for you during those times. And it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
It's a great, great feeling. But I did finally get to the point where I was able to, like, people were offering things and I was like, you know, someone was like, oh, can I get groceries for you? Like, when I walk your dog, like, what can I do? And I was like, oh, well, hey, you sing really well. Can you sing me this song? Like, send me this song and sing it. Like, I can go to the grocery store, but I can't sing. So I'm like, sing me this song. Like, I to the point where I was okay, like asking people for help on different things. But it's so hard to say because every situation is different and every person is different. I don't feel like I ever needed to be alone, really. I have, because that whenever I plan time to cry or grieve or like work through something, it never happens.
Right.
And it's always like in the most random times where I'm like buying something and then all of a sudden like in tears and the poor cashier is like, what? I'm just like, just ignore this. Don't worry about it.
Just swipe the card.
So
wow.
I don't, asking them might be, but I don't know people. It's just
right.
I wish I had better advice where it's like, do this, but it's just so, like, maybe it's, you know, if you know them.
I guess anything in that moment is for sure. Cause I think that, I mean, I just came to your house and we talked, but that is the truth. Like, I feel like I've gotten to know your dad even more now. Yeah. Since then, because that we do get to talk about it and we get to memorialize him. And he is a great man. And he has a great daughter and great family.
Yeah, my sisters are great.
Shut up. You punk. Oh, man. Well, I think the best thing about you is how real you are, that it was 2 years ago. And it doesn't necessarily ever get easier. No. It's just different ways of coping through it. And I feel like you are a real person to show that. Yeah. And that's one of the many things I love about you.
And I'm happy to talk about it. It doesn't, I'll cry, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Crying is good and it's good. And sometimes it'll hit me randomly. You know, it's like I'll be standing at work and all of a sudden I just have like this super emotional moment and I am in tears. Right. And people are walking by and I'm like, we're just ignoring this. Okay. I'm like, I was literally walking standing in a meeting. And I start crying and I'm just like trying to talk through it. And then they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, we're ignoring this. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah.
So, and like crying is fine.
Yeah.
It's so, so important to do. It's so good.
Because it's terrible when you bottle it up. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's almost worse.
Done that, yeah. And I guarantee I still have things to work through with his death. And I probably should go to therapy at some point and figure out what those are, but in general, like I'm doing pretty well.
You really are.
And I'm like love having my mom close, and I'm grateful for the memories that I have with him. Yeah. And those special things. So grief is super hard. Yeah. It's super hard and it doesn't get easier and it's weird, and you like, I would get really jealous of people who had their dads or would say something like mean about their dad or like, oh, my dad does this. And I'm like, your dad's still around. Yeah. And there were like some jealousy moments and things like that. But it's just, everybody has their own different things. Mm-hmm. So grief is never going to be the same for anyone. And for any situation. It could, I mean, the next person I lose, I could handle grief completely differently.
Right.
It's just ever changing. It doesn't ever go away. You just kind of adjust to life in this new normal. It's not getting used to things or like getting back to where I was. It's just like adjusted to this new normal and not forgetting the old, but accepting this new.
Right. Yeah.
So,
well, I love you. I think you're doing great.
thank you.
You really have. Just to kind of wrap it up, I want to talk about like things that where you're going now. I mean, you have a fitness Instagram.
I do.
Something that's kind of been off and on, but we're currently on.
Right now, yeah. Yes. It could be off in a month. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I slipped a disc last year, and it was one of the most painful experiences of my life. And I never want that to happen again.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have been working on exercising more and efficiently, and it turns out it helps.
Yeah.
Strangely. So, yeah, sometimes I post some things on there, and it's a public one that people can just hang out.
You're super great at it. And that's the thing is again, just who you are, you're very real in everything you do. And I think that is something that's so relatable and so just refreshing to see.
Well, thank you.
So you're really good at that. What are some of your goals for the next 5, 10, 20? We'll just start mid. She's giving me the big eyes.
Definitely have not thought that far in advance. I just took one of those like Gallup strength tests or the Clifton strengths things, and one of them, one of my like top 5, I think, is the adaptability. And so that person is very much a go with the flow, like living life one day at a time type of thing. And so I don't have a lot of future plans. I mean, like my goal is just to be happy and with the every day and like whatever I'm doing. And I am. I am happy when I wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. Okay, I'm happy once I get to the gym. Yeah. I'm really happy at my job. I'm happy in my work. I'm happy. I just do things that make me happy. And I would love that to keep going. And if someone joins me on the ride, hey, cool. If not, I'm happy. Yeah. And I just love life. You know, I love life. I love my life. I love my friends. I love my family. I love who I am. And I am a happy individual.
You are.
So.
And that's why I love you. And that's why everyone else loves you too. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing this. It truly means so much to me, but I'm just so grateful to have you in my life. And anyone out there who needs to get to know Sharla and need to have her in your life, you can find her, like we said, on Instagram.
Oh, that's true.
I'll put it on the description, but I'm pretty sure it's like small steps, big changes.
That sounds right.
Okay.
And because
there's some periods in there too.
Underscores.
Oh, shoot.
I know. I thought I was super original when I came up with that name. It turns out everybody has that name. So I had to put underscores after like every single word to make it work. But I was like, this is life changing. This is who I am. Like small steps, big changes. We're walking. We're doing this. It made sense, And it turns out I am not original. And someone else had already thought of that. But I wasn't going to give it up.
No.
Just add an underscore and we're good.
Oh my gosh. Go find her there.
Yes.
But just, And like I said, anything that you can take away from this episode, I think is great. Just in general for life is continue to be happy.
Yes.
Because the good things will come to you.
It's true.
Sooner or later.
Life's hard and messy, and there are some crappy things that happen. Yeah. But you can get through the crappy things.
You can.
And you can find joy in the crappy things, and you can look back on the crappy things and say, hey, I made it through that crappy thing, and look how happy I am now. Yes. Like, look at it's like, this is what I learned from that crappy thing. And it's super hard to tell in the moment, but you can get there. Like, life is great. And it can be great, and it is what you make it. And so you have to make it great.
Wow. That was like 10 inspirational quotes right there. I'm going to go back and write those down. Put them on a Canva.
There we go.
All right. Well, whoever you are out there listening, thank you so much for listening to another episode. I'm so grateful to have you here. We both are. And we hope you have a great day. And just know you're loved. Okay. Bye.
Bye.